You are living in Penang, but maybe you're from another state. Maybe you're from another country. Maybe you were born in Penang, but you are Malay or an Indian or a Eurasian. Maybe you are Hokkien, but you are Hokkien from Klang or Singapore. And all of you living in Penang interacted with the people in the market, at the coffee shop, at the shopping malls, and you hear that the people of Penang, particularly the Chinese, speak a language that is unique to them, a language that is called Penang Hokkien. And you are curious about this language. You want to learn this language. So you go into the bookshop to look for books that seriously teach you the language. You find books to teach you German, French, Japanese, Korean, Russian, Latin. But there isn't a serious book that teach you Penang Hokkien. And that is the unfortunate thing about the language of Penang, in that in our own bookshops, we cannot find serious books that teach the language. So isn't it a wonder that this language is dying? Yes, if we don't do something about it, then this language will be extinct in perhaps one generation from now. It's an issue that many Penang people are aware of. They know that they need to do something to save Penang Hokkien. But how do we do something that will save our language? Well, I myself am a Penang Chinese person. However, my father is Tai-Shanese, my mother is Hokkien. Even though my father is Tai-Shanese, we do not speak Tai-Shanese. My father and the rest of our family speak this language which we call Penang Hokkien. Penang Hokkien is therefore my home language as well as my mother tongue, because my mother is Hokkien. And as the years go by, I have seen Penang Hokkien receding from view. And I know that if I don't do something, one day this language will be lost. And so in January 2013, I decided to put an effort to save Penang Hokkien. And as I'm talking to you now, by the year 2025, I will have entered my 12th year of saving Penang Hokkien. And within that time, I have established a writing system as well as a dictionary. And as you are looking at this video, I have established a series of videos to teach people Penang Hokkien. At this YouTube channel, Learn Penang Hokkien, you finally get to learn Penang Hokkien and learn everything about the language free of charge. Yes, you do not have to spend a single penny to learn Penang Hokkien from this channel as well as from my Facebook group, and I'll put the link here. All I need from you is your time, because I can make it free, but I have to seek you to invest your time, because in learning any languages, we need to invest some time to learn it. However, if you are living in Penang and you are curious about Penang Hokkien, please give me a bit of your time, and I assure you I will take you, guide you step by step as you acquire a knowledge of speaking and learning Penang Hokkien. And so, if that's good enough for you, let's get on into it. As I mentioned earlier, I've been doing this since January 2013. That is to say, over 10 years already. And since that time, I have established a writing system and also a dictionary which is online, so that people all around the world can look up words in Penang Hokkien and see the corresponding words in Mandarin, English, Malay, even Cantonese, Hakka, Teochew, and so on. So this dictionary is free for you to use at any time and anywhere. But if you think that this journey of saving Penang Hokkien is all smooth sailing, I can assure you it is not. Because in the 10-year plus period of this effort to preserve, develop, and modernize this language, I have received so many criticisms and mocking from people who think that I shouldn't be doing what I am doing. Because after all, I have no background in linguistics. I'm not a linguist. I'm not a researcher in languages. What business do I have to preserve this language? Also, some will say that you are not even Hokkien. You are a Taishanese. What business does a Taishanese have to save Penang Hokkien? And so when I embark on this journey, I want this to be inclusive. Even though I'm Taishanese, I am still a Penang Chinese person. And I want this language to be a language that belongs not only to the Hokkien, but to everyone who lives in Penang and who are interested to learn Penang Hokkien. Because truthfully, if you want to be exclusive and exclude everybody else and give this language only to the Hokkien people, then to be precise, Penang Hokkien belongs to the Changzhou dialect. That is to say, if you are not able to trace your ancestry to the seafaring merchants who are from Changzhou, then this is not your language. In other words, if you are a Hokkien from Quanzhou, you are out. If you are a Hokkien from Xiamen, you are out. If you are Teochew Hakka, everybody else, you are out. But no, this is not the position that I want to take. I want this to be an inclusive language. And this inclusivity will include even yourself if you are a Westerner, if you are a Malay interested to learn Penang Hokkien, if you are an Indian interested to learn Penang Hokkien, I want to make it easy for everybody to learn. And to make things easy for everybody to learn is to establish a writing system that is easy for everybody to use. So instead of using Chinese characters, we are going to use romanization. And this romanization that I establish becomes what I call as my own writing system for Penang Hokkien. But is it necessary to have a writing system that is modern for Penang Hokkien? Yes, sometimes if you look at Chinese, even Chinese transition from traditional Chinese, so simplified Chinese, to facilitate learning and literacy. So therefore, I have no qualms about creating a writing system for Penang Hokkien, but to do that, I also do a research into all the existing writing systems that have been used for Penang Hokkien. And this writing system that I put together is called Taiji romanization. So Taiji romanization, to be fair, I name it after myself. Okay, so Taiji romanization, which now if you Google for it, you will find information on that. And from the time that I started this effort in 2013 until now, I have been able to attend even international language conferences. I have met up with people who do not mock what I do. But at the very beginning, I was criticized and I was mocked. And I was made to feel that I am inferior. I have no part in saving Penang Hokkien. But close to 12 years later, I am still around and I'm still doing it, and I'm still doing it free of charge because nobody can rob me from my mother tongue. I'm teaching you Penang Hokkien free of charge because there is simply no price to put for my identity, my mother tongue. This is something which is priceless to me, and because it's priceless, that's why it's offered to you free of charge. And so my only hope is that you will learn what I am teaching you and that you will be fluent in this, and your knowledge will be based on what I'm teaching here. And if you have any questions, always go into the Learn Penang Hokkien Facebook group and ask your questions there, and we will be there to help you. Not just myself, there's hundreds of Penang Hokkien enthusiasts there who will be ready to assist you in learning this language, because we are so proud of our language and we are so eager for everybody to learn. As you say, the foundation of learning Penang Hokkien in the 21st century is the writing system. We have transitioned from a time when people speak orally to a time when we telecommunicate. That is to say, we communicate in written form. If you go into Facebook or WhatsApp or WeChat, you find that people communicate silently by writing. So any language that cannot be written will lose out to the languages that can be written down. So that's why Penang Hokkien is losing out to English, Mandarin, Malay, all the other languages that have an established writing system. So if we are going to help save Penang Hokkien, it too need to have a writing system. But which type of writing system? If I use Chinese character, then it is going to be very difficult for majority of people to learn. And I'm talking about inclusivity here. I want it to be a language that everybody can learn. So the only one would be to use the alphabet, the English alphabet. However, with this English alphabet, it has elements of Malay and Mandarin because Penang Hokkien is a tonal language. So in order to pronounce the words accurately, you need to follow tones. But fortunately, the tones in Penang Hokkien can be mapped to the tones in Mandarin as we speak Mandarin locally. So as you know, Mandarin has 4 tones. We can map those 4 tones to the tones of Penang Hokkien, and that will help you pronounce Penang Hokkien accurately. I know some of you are going to say, but isn't it true that traditionally Hokkien has 7 tones? Well, yes and no. The reason they say that Hokkien has 7 tones is because they regard the entering tone, which is the checked syllable, as separate tones. However, if you study what are entering tones, you will find that entering tones are not true tones. Entering tones are simply syllables with different endings. So the ending, if the ending is a glottal stop or a velar stop, then the traditional way of addressing them is to put them as a separate tone bucket. However, if you want to simplify matter, and I have studied this, I find that we can simplify these 7 tones down to 5 different tones. So the 5 different tones are tones 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 3 are all the tones that you need to learn, and these 5 correspond to the 4 tones in Mandarin. So tone 1 correspond to tone 1 in Mandarin, tone 2 to tone 2 in Mandarin, tone 3 to tone 3 in Mandarin, and tone 4 to tone 4 in Mandarin. And then there is the unique tone 3, 3. Tone 3, 3 sounds exactly the same as tone 3 in Hokkien, in Penang Hokkien, as well as tone 3 in Mandarin. So it's now very easy to learn. The 4 tones in Mandarin is corresponded to the 4 tones in Hokkien, and we just number them 1, 2, 3, 4. So all you need to do is your very foundation is to master the 4 tones in Mandarin. Then you will be able to correspond them to the 4 tones in Hokkien. And I did say that there is a 5th tone which is tone 3, 3. Tone 3, 3 sounds the same as tone 3. But if they sound the same, why I put them in a separate group as tone 3, 3? Because they behave uniquely. Tone 3, 3 behaves differently from tones 1, 2, 3, and 4. In other words, tones 1, 2, 3, and 4 behave in the same way among themselves. Tone 3, 3 behaves on its own. It has a different characteristic from these 4 tones. Actually, it makes that tone 3, 3 actually is less complex than these 4 tones, but we will get into that in the lesson on tone Sunday. If you go into my video and look for the video on tone Sunday, I will explain that in more detail. However, for now, in this basic introduction on saving Penang Hokkien, just regard tones 1, 2, 3, and 4 correspond to the 4 tones in Mandarin, and there is a 5th tone in Hokkien, which is tone 3, 3, which also correspond to tone 3 in Mandarin. However, tone 3, 3 behave separately, differently from the 4 Hokkien tones. So that's it. And now, the next thing is the writing system. How do we write? As I mentioned, Taiji romanization is a writing system using the Roman alphabet. So it's using A, B, C. And rather than explaining to you how to write this, I will show to you in a chart, and we will read this together. When we read this together, as you follow it, you will get the cadence or the rhythm of it, and that will assist you in getting familiar with the different tones, the 4 tones. If you are already from Chinese school and you are already familiar with Mandarin, yes, that will help you tremendously. But remember this, even though I'm teaching you using the 4 Mandarin tones, I myself am English educated. I do not learn Mandarin in school. And so I had to learn as much as possible of Mandarin in order to save Penang Hokkien. So you can see the monumental challenge that I went through to preserve my language, and I hope that if I put in the effort, you too may put in a little bit of effort to learn this. And what I need you to do is just to learn the 4 tones, because this is crucial for you to be able to pronounce Penang Hokkien accurately and to be able to read and write Penang Hokkien. One thing which I want to advise you before we start is that always learn the spelling of the words according to how it is written in the dictionary. Do not create your own spelling, because if you create your own spelling, then you will not be helping literacy. Our goal is to establish literacy for Penang Hokkien. Why literacy? So that if a passage is written in Penang Hokkien, a person who learned to read and write Penang Hokkien will be able to read and write it. And when there is literacy, people can use this writing system to create stories, to write songs, to write movies, and so on. So those are soft media that will help to preserve our language. But without the tool to create the soft media, our language is handicapped, and we want to remove the handicap by, at the very least, start with having a writing system. So the writing system, Taiji romanization, is the tool to greater things for Penang Hokkien. So if you are already a Hokkien speaking person and you want to learn Penang Hokkien, start with the writing system. And I'm very happy that through this 12 years of preserving Penang Hokkien, I have also established a competition, a story writing competition in Penang Hokkien, and I was surprised that people can write, even though they are trying their best, but they can write. So I can say that regardless whether it's Mandarin, Japanese, German, as long as you have the will to learn the language, you will be able to learn it. And for Penang Hokkien, I assure you that I do my best to make it as simple as possible. And I'm also very glad that last year, in the year 2023, after these years and years of toil and hard work, I finally get a form of endorsement from the Penang state government, in that the Penang chief minister launched my dictionary and this YouTube channel for the purpose that more people will know our language and our identity. So you can say that we, the Penang people, are maybe unique. We are so proud of being Penang, and we are proud of our identity. And this identity manifests itself in our language, which we are so eager to teach to you. And now we are going to look at tones, but using different syllables so that you get familiar with how the tones look like. And now I'm going to go through with you a pronunciation exercise to get you familiar with the tones in Penang Hokkien as written using Taiji romanization, and also at the same time get you familiar with the spelling. The spelling in Taiji romanization is somewhere between phonetic alphabet and how the people in Penang spell things. So you will find some legacy spelling in Taiji romanization. It is kept there deliberately to facilitate the spelling and familiarity of the people who already speak the language and may intuitively spell some words. So now let's start with this. You will see that there's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, and 4. So 3 and 3, 3 are always pronounced the same way. So this would be ah, 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 ah. So even though I write this twice as A3 and A33, both of them are pronounced the same way. So just follow ah, 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 ah. The E is always pronounced A, so it's A, 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 A. I is pronounced as E, so E, 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 E. O is O, so O, 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 O. And U is pronounced U, so it's U, 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 U. Once again, A, 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 A. A, 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 A. E, 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 E. O, 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 O. U, 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 U. AE is pronounced A. So, A, A, A. Ga, 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 ga. Ma, 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 ma. And MEH is also pronounced ma. So you will see some legacy spelling which is familiar with the people who speak Penang Hokkien. So whether you see like this or like this, both of them are pronounced ma, 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 ma. So one of the troubling things is that you need to get familiar with how the people in Penang may spell some of the words. So if they have always been spelling it like this all along, then this is usually retained. If it's OR, it's pronounced O. So O. And now we see C and CH. C and CH are pronounced differently. So this is jaw, 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 jaw. Whereas CH is chaw, 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 chaw. Again, listen. Jaw, 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 jaw. Chaw, 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 chaw. So the one with the H has a H sound to it, which is called aspiration. So aspiration is a sound with a H to it. So chaw, 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 chaw. Law, 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 law. Baw, 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 baw. Paw, 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 paw. Again, these three sets are actually pronounced the same way. So it's A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. Why is it necessary to have all different spelling for the same sound? This is what helps in the long run you to be able to differentiate different words that are having the same sound but mean the different thing. And it's very important for reading that you will find out that for example the way the word wait and wait. I wait for my weight to come down. So wait are spelled differently, but they mean different things. So these are called heterographs. So in Penang Hokkien, there are many heterographs which in the long run will facilitate your reading. If a writing system has no heterograph, it may accurately represent the sound, but it will be difficult when you want to write. And this is the problem with Hanyu Pinyin. Hanyu Pinyin will accurately represent the sound, but it's very difficult to read using Hanyu Pinyin because every single syllable may represent so many different words of the same thing. So in the case of Mandarin, it is much easier for you to use Chinese characters because the Chinese characters, the moment you see it, you know exactly what that particular word means. So the priority here in writing is to communicate meaning immediately rather than the sound. The sound is second place to the meaning. So when I created the writing system for Penang Hokkien, I prioritize on meaning first, and yet I also accommodate the pronunciation. So in order to accommodate first, prioritize the meaning, sometimes I need to use heterographs, that is to say, to spell the same sound with a variety of ways so that I can use different spelling to mean different things. What that also means is that in the beginning, you need to learn what each word means rather than simply its sound. Once you understand what each word means and you commit that to memory, when you read a sentence or a passage in Penang Hokkien, you will be able to do it quickly and get the meaning without having to second guess, is that word meaning this or is this word meaning that? Because you have removed the guesswork out of it. You see the spelling and that spelling represent a specific word. Now, so this one is be, 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 be. The same also, be, 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 be. La, 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 la. The final H in Taiji romanization is always usually silent. That is to say, whether you put a H or you don't put a H, it doesn't affect the sound. So why do we put a H? For the same reason again, to establish heterographs so that we have different spelling to mean different words. And also, in the case of la, 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 it's also following legacy and also familiarity with existing word. The word la is already in Malay and is spelled L-A-H. So this is retained in Taiji romanization. So the purpose is to take legacy. From legacy, what is already spelled in a specific way and to retain it and to be used here so that people who are already speaking Hokkien or are already familiar with Malay writing will see the word and will be intuitively able to pronounce it. So here is ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Na, 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 na. And then C, always the letter C and CH, you need to pay special attention because C and CH have different pronunciation. So if it's C, it's like this: cha, 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 j, 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 ji, 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 zhou, 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 zhu, 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 zhu. Where else CH will be cha, 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 che, 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 chi, 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 cho, 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 chu, 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 chu. So if you compare, this one is chu, this one is chu. So one of them has the H. H means there's an aspiration as a h sound to it. So chu, 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 chu. Jin, 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 jin. Qin, 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 qin. Qing, 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 qing. I. Zai, 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 zai. Chai, 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 chai. Ow, 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 ow. Zao, 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 zao. Chao, 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 chao. Ong, 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 ong. Zhong, 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 zhong. Chong, 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 chong. Gong, 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 gong. Kong, 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 kong. Gang, 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 gang. Gyong, 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 gyong. Again here, if you say K-I-O-N-G, the I-O-N-G and E-O-N-G have the same sound. So this is also gyong, 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 gyong. And once again, why are there two? Because to have more ways of spelling the same word so that we can use it in different words. Leong, 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 leong. Xiong, 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 xiong. Ya, 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 ya. Kia, 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 kia. When you insert an N, it makes the syllable nasalized. So nasalized sounds like this. kia, 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 kia. Compare kia, 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 kia with kia, 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 kia. So kia, 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 kia has no sound to it, whereas the one with an n has a sound to it. So it is kia, 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 kia. Ia, 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 ia. Again, the H is silent. So when I say ia, 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 it is the same as spelling it without the H. Sia, 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 sia. Sia, 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 sia. So once again, the inclusion of n nasalize the syllable. So from sia, it becomes sia. This one, sia, sia becomes sia. And so you need to get familiar with the rhythm, and as you say it, you rhyme it out so that you can count tone 1, tone 2, tone 3, and tone 4. Im, 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 im. Jim, 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 jim. Chim, 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 chim. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. So compare the one with the R and the one without the R. The one without the R is ba, 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 ba. With R, it becomes ba, 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 ba. And then with a H, it becomes pa, 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 pa. Say, 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 say. Say, 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 say. So compare say and say. It sounds almost the same, but it's not. Again, say, 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 say. Say, 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 say. And then with an I, it becomes say, 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 say. Say, 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 say. O, 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 o. Lo, 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 lo. Look, 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 look. Sometimes you see it spelled like this. This is not local. No, it's a single syllable. Every syllable in Taiji romanization has to end with a number. So if you don't see a number in between, you have to read the whole thing as a single syllable. So it's look, 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 look. So regardless how the syllable is spelled, it is a single syllable with a number at the end. So the number will differentiate all the syllables. As you can see, this one is not ana, it's a, 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 a. Again, a, 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 a. Ka, 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 ka. Sa, 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 sa. Ta, 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 ta. And wa, 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 wa. Your journey to learning Penang Hokkien starts with mastering intonation. That is to say, it is crucial for you to be able to pronounce the tone accurately so that you can pronounce every single word in Penang Hokkien accurately. From here onwards, your journey begins into the world of Penang Hokkien, and your companion would be the Penang Hokkien Dictionary, and the link to the dictionary is shown here. The dictionary has all the words in Penang Hokkien in present use, and it is an audio dictionary, so you can click on the word to hear out how it is pronounced. But this is just part of the journey, because very soon you will learn that a major part of Penang Hokkien is tone sandhi. That is to say, the tone changes. So the dictionary only offers you the words in its basic tone, called the citation tone. But you need to learn how to change the tone when you insert those words into into your sentences to form full sentences in Penang Hokkien. Of course, what I'm doing here is just providing you the lesson, and this is the beginning of the lessons. And for the rest of the lesson, there's so much material for you here in the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel. You have lesson on grammar. So there's one whole set of lesson on grammar which you can go through on your own to learn different aspects of Penang Hokkien. There is also the conversation part, and there is also vocabulary in Penang Hokkien. So for example, you can learn the name of birds in Penang Hokkien, the name of animals in Penang Hokkien, the name of fish in Penang Hokkien, and so on. And another resource is this page. When you go to this page, it has all the resources about Penang Hokkien some more, such as poem, our nursery rhymes in Penang Hokkien. So altogether, I have encapsulated our entire Penang Chinese culture in this YouTube channel, plus its companion website in my Learn Penang Hokkien section of my website, Penang Travel Tips, with all the information that you need to learn about us, our culture, and it's presented to you free of charge. Free of charge because it is just our joy to be able to share it with you and to interact with other people who also want to preserve this language. Go to the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube Facebook group, Learn Penang Hokkien Facebook group, where you can ask your questions and get your answers. And that is also the place where people post the things that they have created in Penang Hokkien. So there we are. You have just started your journey into our language, and there's still so much more to cover. But if you enjoyed the journey so far, please take a moment to give this video a like and also subscribe to the Learn Penang Hokkien YouTube channel. But this is a one-off video because I'm in the midst of doing the series on the history of China and Chinese languages. So I will be back to doing that after this particular video, because all the resources for learning Penang Hokkien is already out there and just waiting for you to use it. But I hope that you will subscribe to this channel and not only learn Penang Hokkien, but rather learn about its position within the greater scheme of things, how it fits into Chinese languages and the history of Chinese languages, the history of China, and the history of Penang Hokkien itself. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for joining me in this session, in this starting up journey, as I embark on this continuous effort to save my language and to make sure that it doesn't die away. I look around and I say that I'm very, very happy. I'm so grateful to all the people that has supported me over these years. I know in the beginning it was tough. It was incredibly tough because I received so much criticism from all over, from people, linguists who do not take me seriously. But eventually, I get to attend international language conferences where I get to meet up with academics and linguists who do respect what I am doing and do not mock what I am doing, and to see that what I have done is, well, at least a small effort in advancing the knowledge of Penang Hokkien in particular and Chinese languages in general. And so I once again thank you for joining me here, and I look forward to having you again in my YouTube channel, Learn Penang Hokkien. Until then, Kam Sia Lu Che Che.